All right, guys, I am back, and I'm just gonna go ahead and film like kind of the bones of like messing with a kit. Um, just kind of what you have to do. I know that we have several new subscribers, so and they are really new to junk journaling. So if you've seen this type of thing before, go ahead and click out, and I'll see you in the next video. But if you're new and you kind of just really need basics, this will also kind of be the tools I use the most type of video, so that it can give new kids kind of a guide on what you like, because this particular hobby can get expensive if you're not familiar with it. So I have collected everything that you see me use. I've collected over probably the course of, let's see, 19 to 20, 20 to 21, 22, 23, 24, 5 years. So it's like a slow build collection type thing. If you had ever been like in like stamping or anything like that, you'll kind of, it's the same type of money investment, so to speak. Kits are a great way to keep your costs down, if if you're looking for that kind of thing. That I like kits for that reason. Okay, so that's one of the envelopes in the kit, and I already folded this one over. I'm gonna, we're gonna mount some of these kit pockets, and we're gonna mount the tags in this one so that we can talk about these things. So the things I find in the daily movements of junk journaling are a scoreboard, which we're using now. You can get them relatively inexpensive. I got this scoreboard at Tuesday Morning, which is no longer an open company. Not overly necessary, but I have had several. I have two different kinds of scoreboards, or I did. I think I might actually give my mom one. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe I meant to and didn't. I don't know, but I like this one the best. I did not like the gray EK Success one. I did not, that one and I did not mesh well together. This one from We Are Memory Keepers, I prefer this one much more. I probably use this in almost every project I do. For the most part, right? Like, and a lot of times you'll get the they're called bone folders. So if you hear anybody, let me flip this over. So the bone folders are actually kept here, and this particular scoreboard has like an angle thing to where you can make like envelopes easier. I don't particularly care to use that one, because I'm not great at that kind of thing. And I honestly don't know if I've ever seen anybody use that on their scoreboards. So I would say in the very beginning, always remember to put your score tool away. I used to do that until I got my cups and everything together up there. Because they are probably the thing you're going to lose the most. Let's see what's the other tool? Scissors, obviously, right? Let's see what else. I like my corner rounder. A lot of different people like a lot of different corner rounding. I will show you mine, and I'll tell you why I like it the best. I've had several over the course of the years, and it's by far, for me, the best. And again, I'll tell you why. Okay, so this is my corner rounder, and it's double-sided. It's 1/4 and 1/2. To open it, you just do that. And then to empty it, then you just open that flap there, okay? And then just shake it out in the trash. I like this one because the other corner rounders I have, they would hurt my finger, like clamping. So I do much better if I'm not like that close. So, and it's pretty good for me that way. And I just got a bunch of stuff everywhere. Okay. The next thing that I absolutely use almost every journal is this We Are Memories Keeper thing here. As you saw in the last video. If you guys are interested in a tutorial on this, I would be happy to do that. I won't do it in this one, but this one is like an eyelet setter, but it's also a hole punch, and it has 2 different sizes. By far, like the best money I spent on things. You're gonna need a hole puncher of some sort. I got these, I originally thought I got these at Harbor Freight, but I didn't. These are a Lowe's brand. So I got those years ago, not had any problem with them since. A ruler's great. A pad, like a mat is, I consider a must. That way you're not having to try to line your surfaces, right? And then you'll need to decide whether you're an inker or not. No, but I didn't score that side. Let me score this one. If you are just starting out too, there's all kinds of different ways you can score your items too. If you don't have the extra funds or really not sure this is a craft you want to get into, I'll show you here in a minute a really great alternative to not having a scoreboard. Let me finish folding this up. Another term you're going to hear thrown around is mountains and valleys, and I'll show you kind of what they're talking about. I'll cut off the end here in a minute, but so this is a 12 by 12, and so I'm gonna go 3.5. I'm just kind of making stuff up as I go here. See, and I'll go in 1, 2, 3.5. Okay, so see how that made a valley, and over here it made a mountain, right? Like I don't know if you can see that little piece there. So that's what they're calling. So that, like, this side here is a valley, this side here is a mountain, right? Okay, so to kind of rectify, or to fold it, now we fold, I know it seems counterintuitive, but you fold into the mountain. So the valley on the outside, and the mountain to the ends, or mountains in, valleys out, right? Like that, okay? So just like that. And actually, see how it's like 5, so now we have kind of an interesting journaling card, right? We'll line it and make something, we'll cut off the top, we'll make something cute out of that, right? Okay. So, yeah, that's kind of the basics on that. Let's see, what other things do I like to use? Really, like I said, you'll have to decide whether you're an inker or not. This inker comes from Shell at Ramblin' Crafters, and I love it a lot, and I have several. But you would do just fine too when you're very first starting out to get, I know they sell them at like Hobby Lobby, Joann's, that sort of thing. They're just kind of like a black stick looking thing, and then you put these little pads on the end of it. So you'd be absolutely fine to do that. Let's see, what else would be good for beginners? Glue, obviously. Let's discuss glue. You, as a crafter, will decide which glues you like the best. as all of us have. Well, we all have preferences, right? Some of us like the end of the brownie or the corner of the brownie, and then others of us like the middle, right? Glue is going to depend on you. It's going to depend on your climate. It's going to depend on how, you know, how humid it is where you are. I know Gail likes to use Uhu. I found here in Colorado that Uhu for me doesn't work, and most of everybody I've talked to that are crafters in Colorado, they don't like Uhu either, and I think it's because it's not as wet of a glue as the as this Scotch Create. I will preface, they did change the packaging. So far, it doesn't seem like it changed the quality. It's just packaging. It's a more generic packaging now. So if you can't find it in a tube that looks like this, it will look like, give me a second. Let me get one out of the box over here. It'll look like this one. It's just more generic looking, and it'll say Scotch Permanent Glue Stick. I have not seen a difference. I was pretty skeptical of it last summer, but you know, like I said, it doesn't seem to be affecting it at all. So do with that what you will. Let's see, what else can I tell you? As far as permanent glue, if you're gluing, I use several different kinds of glues, obviously. I usually don't use Aleene's glue in the winter because my stuff doesn't dry. I know, weird, but it tends to not dry as well. I don't know if it's climate or why exactly, but so I don't use Aleene's in the winter usually. That's literally like a summer glue for me. And Aleene's tends to be very thick, and it hurts my hand to get it out of the bottle. So if you have hand issues, you may want to consider not using Aleene's. But so what I'm doing now is something they call backing. I'm backing all of the paper because I print on the Pen Pal copy printer paper, but it's the premium, not the cheapest, not the most expensive, but kind of the middle one. That's what I usually print on. So, and now I'm backing it to where it's thicker, so I can put it into pockets and not worry that it's going to rip or buckle or whatever. Okay, let's see. There it is. I was like, I know I had my little bitty guy. Where did he go? Books to do covers, which I told you guys a little bit ago that we'll do like a whole cover series where we just make all kinds of different covers and different ways you can, like different things you can use for covers. That probably won't be until about March though. Maybe February. I don't know. We'll see how fast we get this stuff done. So backing these things does take quite a bit of time. It's one of those things, it's a love-hate relationship, right? Like you love your journal, but the backing kind of sucks. At least that's not my favorite part of the whole journal process. It's a necessary part of it, unless you print on cardstock. But as those of you that have been with me for a while will know, my printer absolutely loathes cardstock. Yeah, it's not very friendly with me when it comes to cardstock. So it's kind of a, yes, I'm cutting more than once, but you know, it is what it is, right? You do what you do because you love what you do, right? Let's see, what else can I tell you? So we were talking about glues there for a second. Okay, so glues, I use glue sticks for backing. for gluing in pockets and things I don't want to move, I use the art glitter glue. Trying to think if there's any other thing I could tell you about those couple of things, but I don't think there is. So, and I'll set this aside to dry. Not on top of our cover though, because that's still drying. Cardstocks are good. It'll seem like in the very beginning that you'll want to get a bunch of different kinds of stuff, but I would wait, I would hold off, and I would only get ones you know for sure you want in whatever you're working in. Because I have learned that we as people tend to buy a whole lot more things than what we need because we like it when we see it, but then when, like, applying it is let's see what sort I'm looking for. Applying it to our work, it doesn't always translate well, right? Like, or not translate well, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? When we get it home, we don't necessarily like it, right? So especially if you're new and you're looking to get started, the very first journal, I would not try to make a gift. I would make my very own journal, right? That will save you a whole lot of heartache because a lot of you are like me where you try really hard to do perfection, and your first journal may or may not turn out to be everything you want it to be. Obviously, everything is a risk, but to minimize the risk, make the first journal your own, because then you won't be overly disappointed, and it gives you room to work, right? And then you'll get a feel for everything going on, right? My glue pages are building up again, so I need to do a glue page, get rid of them thing. I might do that one off camera since we just really kind of did a book page series. All right, what do we got left here? We got some journal cards. I think the actual journal cards, I think we're going to mount on something else. So let's see. Let's take these out of the running for a later project. Oh, we have little journal cards too. We need to get those backed. I think we have one large tag here. Left card. Oop, there's a pocket. Ooh, there's several pockets. I don't think I really want to do the rest of those. And there's the other label, the other washi tapes. Yeah, okay. So we've got these. I'm trying to decide which would be better to use. What would be the best use of our paper here? I mean, we could get it all in one. I'll know as soon as I start stacking these. Let me put it there. This one here, because like I said, it does not matter where we put these on this paper, because they're all it's just backing. It's not anything else. And I do have an idea for kind of that cockeyed pocket down here, the one that swoops. I love it when journal kit makers make those kind of pockets, because it allows me to do this really fun piece, and I love that. Oh, those cats are going crazy again. Seems like every video, right? And I won't make you sit through the cutting of it all, but we'll at least in this video get it kind of buttoned up. And then in the next video, they will be cut, and then we will layer them up. If you guys can think of any other questions you might have, I would be more than happy to answer them. As most of you know, I don't generally answer questions if it's not like a holiday season. Not because I don't want to, it's just, it runs into, I usually only have time to record videos or answer comments. And so kind of the trade-off that my longtime subscribers know is that I will, in videos, I will answer your questions as they kind of come up. If I have a few minutes, then I try to answer them. But what happens is I get really busy, and then I get really stressed out that I haven't answered your comments. And believe me, honestly, it's really not, it's nothing personal, nothing like that. You know, obviously if you comment and you need a prayer, you know, comment it, and I will do my best to respond to those kind of comments, right? Like, I'm not responding because I'm cold or anything. It's just, it literally is, it's a time thing. About every couple of weeks, I'll go through and like give each of the comments a heart. And then, like I said, I try in the videos to answer your questions. So ask away. And if I don't have the answer, then we'll talk about it. And then, you know, always follow the comments, because like the creator of something I use might have commented, or, you know, they'll sometimes, some of my longtime subscribers will, look at that, popped right out. Longtime subscribers would know how I would answer it, so they'll answer that for them. That doesn't usually happen a whole lot, but and I did not check that just to make sure we wouldn't be running into that pocket a little bit, but that'll be okay, because it's all we don't need that whole piece of that pocket. So all right, I am gonna find a scrap to mount this one on, since it's the last one, right, because that other sheet, it won't fit on there either, will it? Nope, it will not. So I'm gonna let you go for this video. Yeah, so again, if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments, and then we can get those addressed, and then I will just see you in the next video. Bye guys.